Welcome, students. It's me, Mr. W. Happy? Way to go. If you remember, a few weeks ago, we talked about who is important in your life. And one student mentioned my teacher. It's very important that you respect your teacher and that you do what your teacher tells you to do. Did you know that before you came to our school, your parent had to first fill out a form that is 32 pages long? Don't believe me? Here it is. On one of the pages that your parent signed, it says, the school staff is in charge of you when you are at school. So that means if a school staff member or your teacher tells you to do something, it's just like your parent telling you to do something. Do you do what your parent tells you to do? Great. It's a wonderful thing to obey your parent. So just like your parent, you respect your teacher by doing what your teacher tells you to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. Remember, your teacher is here to help you learn things like reading and math, as well as how to be kind to everyone. And part of your teacher's job is to tell you what to do. In fact, your teacher's boss, the principal, tells your teacher to tell you what to do. Please do not forget that your teacher is here to help you be successful and to help you be the best possible student. So, I've already told you how you respect your teacher by doing what your teacher tells you to do. Does anyone have another idea of how you can respect your teacher? Thanks for the honest answer. I know it was a hard question. I'm not sure if you've gone over them yet, but you can respect your teacher by following the listening rules. Here they are, along with the hand motions that go along with them. The first one is eyes watching. We point our fingers towards our eyes. Be careful not to poke yourself in the eye. So, you want to imagine that your teacher is like a video game, and your eyes are on your teacher. You can't pay attention by looking off at the things on the wall, or looking over there, looking out the window, or looking at your neighbor. You can't pay attention that way. Your eyes should be completely focused on the teacher. So it's eyes watching, okay? And then it's ears listening, okay? Now remember, you're not just listening to hear the words, you're listening to try to understand what the teacher is saying, so that when you don't understand, you can raise your hand and say, Miss, I had a question about, and then whatever your question is, okay? Remember, the only bad question is a question that you don't ask. So you want to be eyes watching, ears listening. The third thing is voice quiet, okay? So what that means is there's no way you can really respect your teacher if you're talking to somebody else next to you, or talking to the kid 2 rows in front of you, or turning around and talking to somebody behind you. There's no way you're listening to the teacher that way. There's no way that you're respecting the teacher when you do that. So the only time you're supposed to talk is when your teacher gives you permission to talk. For example, she'll say, okay, talk to your partner about this, okay? Other than that, you shouldn't be talking, okay, except at lunch and recess. And of course, even then, you talk in a kind way to everybody. So the rule we kind of had when I was in school is you went into the school, put away your book bag, sat in your chair, maybe you talked real quietly amongst your friends. As soon as the teacher started talking, just like that, everybody's completely quiet and focused on the teacher. Okay? Because her job is to try to teach you, help you be successful. Your job is to listen. Right away, show your teacher respect by being quiet as soon as she starts to talk. No matter what the person next to you is saying, no matter if somebody else across the room is calling your name, you ignore them. Ignore them and focus and look with your eyes at the teacher. So far we have eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet. The fourth part of the listening rules is body still. It's like giving yourself a big hug. I always kind of like to hold on to my shirt a little bit. Body still. It's really hard to respect your teacher if you're wiggling all around and spinning around and moving your arms and looking over there and over there. You got to try to stay as still as possible so that your eyes can stay on the teacher. Because when you're moving around, your eyes are moving in different directions and it's really hard to focus on the teacher. Remember that when you have body still, it means that you are keeping your hands to yourself. In other words, you are not touching anyone else. Let's go over the listening skills nice and slow. Eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. One more time. Eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. Nice job. I was at a school once where a student was not following the listening rules. So they decided to invite his parent to come to the school and sit in the back of the room to watch how he behaved in class. Do you think that that student's behavior was good while his parent was there? Yes, you're right. He acted like an angel. He had his eyes on the teacher. He was listening. He was not talking. His voice was quiet. He was not moving all around in his chair and looking all around and fidgeting and moving. He was doing what he was supposed to be doing. He was respecting the teacher. He learned that day that he should have good behavior in school every day, even if his parent wasn't right there with him. Remember that you should be behaving each day in school, throughout the day, at lunch, recess, specials, in class, in a way that would make your parent proud. You can do this. That's all for now. Bye.
There he is, the baby bunny. There he is, looking around.